Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Thursday. All right, guys. Well, we're back to talk about the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Actually, I'm recording all of my videos today before I go live with Ashley from Taste of Reality. We are doing the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City recap, and hopefully, you guys are able to join us. Now, at this point, it's going to be over. But if you didn't join us, it's always a good time with Ashley. So definitely be a part of the replay crew. Now, I told you guys earlier that I am headed out of town. I am going to Salt Lake City. And I even posted in my Instagram that you guys can guess as to what I'm doing, where I'm going, why I'm going. By all means, give it a guess. I'm already ready to be back home. As of right now, I really don't want to go to Salt Lake City, but duty calls. Now, with that, go ahead, pop off in the comment section, do all the YouTubey things, smash the like button, show some love, and let's jump right in.
Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.
All right, guys, so we need to get into this. Now, thank you to Reality Blurb. Jennifer Aydin said the Real Housewives of New Jersey would not work without Teresa Giudice. She also claimed any Real Housewives franchises, when they lose somebody, luster, that's always when the OG is removed. She also addressed the aftermath of her husband Bill Aydin's past affair, admitting that she wanted to embarrass him. Jennifer's friend Teresa is the only original castmate who is still on the show. After last season, however, reports have surfaced that a major shakeup is on the horizon, and no one knows who, if anyone, will return. The one report claims Teresa, Jennifer, and Dolores are safe. It takes time to get invested in new characters, and Teresa really is the OG from the beginning. I feel like the audience is really invested in Teresa. And especially with her four daughters thriving in her new life with Louis, I feel like there's so much interesting content. Jennifer hopes Teresa's coming back with a few castmates that get along with her, but at the end of the day, I believe if they were going to keep anybody, for sure I would say Teresa. I don't think the show could be Housewives of New Jersey with a few of us and not Teresa. But according to Jennifer, when the OG is removed on Real Housewives, the show somehow loses a little bit of luster. Um, I agree with that, but hold on. I really, really do agree with that.
Invested into new characters. And Teresa really is like the OG from the beginning, and everybody's invested from Adriana's birth to her going away to her cookbooks to her family. I feel like the audience is so invested in Teresa, and especially with her four daughters thriving and her new life with Louis. I feel like there's so much interesting content there that people would still be invested, is what I think. So that if then Teresa comes back and then like maybe pick a few that get along with her, who knows? But at the end of the day, I believe if they were going to keep anybody, for sure, I would say Teresa. If not, they would I don't think the show could be Housewives of New Jersey with a few of us and not Teresa.
I agree.
See, I thought the same thing. I did not think they could get rid of the OG.
I've noticed when you remove like the OGs, like at least one, the show somehow loses
the
a little
vibe
luster.
changes. You have to have that nostalgia there.
It takes time to get invested into new.
I mean, honestly, I agree with what they're saying. I agree with Christian Grey Snow. I agree with Vicky Gumbelson. I agree with Jennifer Aydin. And I think that a lot of fans would not agree. Do I think that the show can continue without Teresa? Yes. Do I think that it will be them having their work cut out for them? 100%. It was like when Nene Leakes left. Everybody was like, well, look, the show went on without Nene Leakes. The show went on without Bethany Frankel. The show went on without Lisa Vanderpump. The show went on without Lisa Rinna. Lisa Rinna wasn't an OG, but yes, I get that. But now, look, everybody is complaining about Atlanta. Let's get Portia back. Let's get Phaedra back. Let's do the thing. Everybody's complaining about the Real Housewives of New York. Oh, this shit's not the same. It's not the same cast. We're not into it the same way. People are complaining about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. The last season sucked. It was garbage. We're not watching it. We're upset. Can somebody give me a fucking... I need an espresso. I need an espresso because I'm feeling a little wiry right now. But let's continue on. All right, guys. So we're going to move on over here to all about the Real Housewives. Now, New Jersey's Lexi Manzo called out her family and revealed her stepfather, Tommy Manzo's abuse. Wow. Lexi is no longer staying silent. Instead, the 28-year-old New Jersey alum is poking the bear and exposing the abuse that she and her mother, Dina Manzo, endured at the hands of her stepfather, Tommy Manzo. She also calls out her family members for betraying her and her mother by turning a blind eye to Tommy's crimes. On Tuesday, October 15th, the U.S. Attorney's Office for the District of New Jersey announced that Tommy Manzo, was sentenced to 84 months in prison for hiring, then assisting a soldier in the Luchis crime family to assault his ex-wife, Dina Manzo's current husband. Now, in addition to prison time, Tommy Manzo received 3 years of supervised release. But it was in an open letter on her blog, Boho Chicken. Lexi Manzo revealed her truth after years of silence. And in the post, she slams her mom's sisters, Caroline Manzo and Cookie Larita, as well as other family members, for remaining loyal to Tommy Manzo despite his abuse and crimes towards Dina and her new husband, Dave. She also exposed the fact that many other family members remain silent amid Tommy's abuse and crimes. She wrote, "Don't poke the bear. We've all heard the expression, preached it, and subscribed to the mindset that we are powerless against those that we perceive to exert dominance over us. Bears are formidable creatures, embodying an immense strength that elicits both fear and respect. For over a decade, I have kept silent in fear of poking Tommy Manzo, my stepfather of 15 years, a proven to be dangerous man who won the loyalty of my blood family. I could write a novel as to what made Tommy such a complicated man to be raised by, but instead I'll speak to how I came to fear a man who promised to keep me safe and what it feels like to lose the love of my extended family. Many of these family members were also figures that I feared to confront, leaving me emotionally stranded. Tommy has known me since my birth. My mother's sister Caroline is married to Tommy's brother Albert, making us family from the start. It wasn't until I was 6 years old that my mother and Tommy began a romantic relationship that eventually led to a marriage. And the long history of these relationships created a deeply embedded belief in the connection of our modern family. And we had trust in who Tommy was as a man. Tommy was an enigma, an extravagantly generous and charismatic figure who captured the affection of everyone around him, earning the loyalty of church members, politicians, and law enforcement alike. And to know Tommy was to love him, yet beneath this veneer of charm laid a complexity of darker undercurrents, raising questions about the true intentions of his relationships and the reality behind the facade. Behind closed doors, he was an unavailable husband, a notorious cheater, and a workaholic. And I watched as he dangled the promise of a better future in front of my mother while stripping away her confidence, breaking her down, and using me as leverage in his manipulations. The hope of a single mother lies in finding a partner that loves their child. I now recognize these heartbreaks as sacrifices that my mother endured in loving me more than she loved herself. My relationship with Tommy only ever scratched the surface, and his dysfunctions prevented any real understanding between us. But to me, he was a shadowy figure of a father who expressed love through transactional gestures. A forced seat on his lap and an awkward kiss on the cheek earned me a crisp $100 bill, a currency of affection I never asked for. He objectified me in his own strange ways as his beloved daughter, and Tommy did love me, but his love for me was about himself, and he was a financial provider, restoring some comforts lost after my parents' divorce. But he wielded that power with the knowledge of what he could take away. Wow. She goes on, but this girl is obviously heavily affected by this. So I want to hear what you guys think. Guys, pop off in the comment section. If you guys are not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and we'll see you next time.